Welcome to Overdrive AF, the official podcast of Overdrive Fitness. My name is Teddy Gerzon. I'm joined by Gina Gerzon.
What's up?
As always, social team coordinator, Destroyer.
What's up?
We have Titan and Brajol. And we have a special guest today, Andrew, the Dean of Mean. Dean.
What's going on? I like that one. That was good, Teddy.
There we go. Just came up with that. Or stole it.
I was a little worried I wasn't going to have a nickname. Wow, I got it now.
The Dean of Mean.
The Dean of
Anyone
Mean.
who comes on the podcast gets something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's the reward.
I can't wait till someone's nickname is just simply Coward. I can't wait till we get a guess for that. It'd be like the most random person too. Yeah.
He's squeezing.
Okay. All right, he's got to get up on me.
You gotta be on.
Your head up.
Let's go. You got to be on camera. We know. I know.
Yep.
Come on.
Lay down, please.
You got room.
Your
Let's
head,
go.
Raj.
Come on. There we go.
It's a high step for him.
Okay. Oh, right on the mic. Right on the mic. Just don't bark into it.
Is this thing on?
All right, so center stage. We have Braj. Well, it's funny that we say that because Andrew is an employee of Broadway, right?
That I am.
So, boom, stage puns.
Stage puns. The theme of today's podcast.
Yes. So Andrew's been with us for how many months now?
Since May, right?
I started in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were here for a month. You went to Nashville. Then you kicked it up.
That's right.
So, yeah. So that's what, 4 months?
It's literally been since the 27th of May.
Well, today's September 24th, 5th. Wow.
There we go. Anniversary.
Literally like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Completed your first trimester.
But yes. What's the most important one, actually? It's where everything starts to really kind of pull together, and a lot of the magic happens then.
There we go.
So, yeah.
So yeah, Andrew's been crushing it. We're gonna speak about that today.
Real quick, you want to turn the knob so it's facing you. You guys are a little quiet.
No, the other way.
Yeah, just
Ah.
straight up.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
It's also because we're like a little
Yeah.
further from the mic too.
Yeah.
So just project it more.
Yeah. Use
So
your stage voice.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
There we go.
I have to continually work on that.
right from the
diaphragm.
The diaphragm. So speaking from the diaphragm, Andrew's had an awesome journey with us.
And is having.
And is having, and we're going to speak about that today. Before we get into that, Destroyer, hit us with the miles logged this week.
Because Andrew's been pretty jealous.
Yeah.
You know?
I am very jealous.
Shouldn't be too jealous this week. It was a pretty pathetic 11 miles. Only 2 days of running it so far. Because I think something was wrong with the hamstrings after those good mornings.
Oh man.
That soreness lasted until like yesterday.
It's a lot of reps.
Yeah.
So those were slow. Those miles were slow.
I'm gonna jump in real quick, Desi, because I really wanted to point this out to you. Every time I listen to it, you always say the word pathetic, and then whatever the amount of miles you did is, and it really makes me feel some sort of way. That's all I want to say.
Well, I'm used to hitting like 25 or like 30. You know.
Excuse me, sir. We still have 2 days left.
Yeah, really. That's 13 a day. Go for it.
And I have faith in you.
Yeah. But it was those. My thighs weren't ready for the miles.
Yeah, that.
Hamstrings are the new biceps, guys.
Yes,
Hello.
technically they are biceps.
Yeah. You're right. This is true. If we want to get really technical and
They're bottom
specific.
biceps.
Yes, sir.
There's still time.
There is, and it's
Yes.
beautiful out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
We'll be getting
Gorgeous.
this one.
Well, I think we should go over Andrew's progress because I wrote it down quickly.
Do it.
And I think he'll be happy with it. But 20 pounds in total so far since our first weigh-in in May, our initial weigh-in in May. 23, almost 24 pounds of fat mass gone, done. in the ethers, just gone. Ethers, gone. 8% body fat, down 8% body fat. He's increased his skeletal muscle mass specifically 4.4 pounds, and it's only been a few months. We've increased our lean body mass in total 6.6 pounds, so almost 7 pounds of lean body mass, so stronger bones, stronger muscles, stronger tendons, stronger ligaments, all over strong. So I would say that's a huge win for Andrew.
That is,
Yeah.
It's definitely game-changing hearing it rather than
Yeah.
reading it. It kind of puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and just taking those progress photos for yourself, you've had to see some serious transformation.
definitely have. I actually, something that I was doing when I initially went through my first weight loss thing, I liked to, what I found worked for me as a kind of a push, was to go to the store and buy a shirt that I liked in the size down or something that didn't fit at the time.
Yeah.
And so I figured when I was coming here, I'd do the same thing because that's what motivated me. So actually, funny enough, I bought this shirt, which was a large, and for like months it didn't fit, but today I threw it on and here we are. So
Nice. That's awesome.
yeah, I found that kind of helps me visualize the goal as we've put into the habits. So
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean,
Setting the goalposts.
Yeah, we've been working on Andrew's habits, which have been changing through the time we've all been working together. And, setting those habits and really focusing on completing them daily and weekly so that they become more ingrained and become part of us, right? So just second nature. Like
Absolutely.
hydration goals, step goals, eating until we're satisfied, like that kind of thing. More physical cues too. And they're going to continue to change. Some strength goals, right?
yes.
Sleep goals, things like that.
Yeah, the sleep
So-
one gets harder and harder every once in a while.
Yes,
but-
understandable. Well, because now, I mean, and your daily routine has changed too, because now you're working
Absolutely.
full time, right?
Yes.
Like, we're going to be jumping into almost 16-hour days at work.
Yeah, it's when I first started here, I had my entire days off, so I was doing either the 9:45 or the 9 a.m. Some days I'd even come at the 4:30 p.m. But for the past 2 weeks now, I've been 8 to 5 at my theater, so it's I've had to come to 5:15, so that's changed drastically. The first week was not a lot of fun, but now I'm in it. I'm set, and there is a way to do it. So.
And just talking about your hour-long commute home and your hour-plus commute there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even just us discussing that prior to the start of the podcast, right? Finding that time, and there is a way.
There
right?
is a way.
We're talking about.
I found that coming to the earlier class actually sets me up for my day much better. I get my workout done in the morning, and I am wide awake, ready to go up until that hour home. That hour home is what kicks my butt because we stopped moving, but it's inertia. Body in motion stays in motion. That's the way to do it. And the earlier you get in motion, the better off you are for your day.
And it's nice because you have that 5:15 crew. They embraced you right away.
Oh man, they brought me right in.
Right?
It was
you
great.
got Jeff yelling at you over here, trying to feed you C4. And how much caffeine can you handle in a 45-minute
That is
stretch?
Jeff is the king of caffeine. I don't know how he does it, but Jeff ramped me up right when I walked in on the first day for the 5:15. Jeff really took it off and running. It's a good crew in the morning. It really is.
Right? You feel very confident in what you're doing. You feel empowered. It's nice to have that community.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important too, especially the fact that you guys are.
Hold on.
It's okay. Is Batista.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are, you know, coming in at, I don't want to say an ungodly hour, but before the sun rises.
Yeah.
So like now that we're getting into the fall, where now we don't have the sunrise until about maybe 6:15 or so, 6:30. So it's still dark. You're getting here, it's dark. You're leaving, it's still a little dark.
Yeah.
And but the point is you got a very important part of your day done.
Yes.
And now you can conquer it all the more. Yeah. So it's much easier. You feel like half the battle is over.
It's somebody that I work with actually put it really well. He's also big on lifting, and he's a jiu-jitsu guy. But he said, he goes, you know, you do your workout in the morning, the hardest part of your day is done. It's over. You know, so that's what I've been sticking to, and it helps. You know, of course, by the time I get home after that drive, it's like I don't really want to do much, but I've gotten everything that I needed to done.
But you've been very productive from that time that you wake up to the time that you get home.
Absolutely.
So,
you know, I full 8-hour day right after 45 minutes of whatever lifting we do that morning. It's
whatever insanity is
whatever. Yes, whatever Teddy and Gina have come up for us. Yeah, so that's it's. I think if I want to push anything today is that there is always time. You know, it's you said it yesterday or the day before. It's you know, your body handles stress. It's how much can you handle. So
it's true. And you know, finding that, like we would always, you know, talk about kind of towing the line, and you know, trying to find that sweet spot of where you can stay, and what's gonna kind of almost push you over the edge, but not, and then dial back a little bit. Which, you know, you've gotten a lot better at kind of finding that sweet spot for yourself. And do I need a little extra sleep, like we were talking about this morning?
Yeah.
Getting that extra sleep, right?
Oh yeah.
And how much it helps you recover, and how refreshed you feel.
It really is truly amazing because you know, waking up at I have a little bit longer of a commute to get to here versus I think most people that come.
Mm-hmm.
So for that 5:15, I have to leave at like 4:30, 4:45. So this morning I slept in until 8:30. You know, slept in, of course, is, you know, and that 4 hours, it, like you said, it was like pushing the reset button. And I think that that's just as important, you know.
And that people need to hear that, because it's like, you know, you can push it in the gym, you can push and work until failure, but how are you recovering after that? And it's the quality of what you're doing. Like you guys, we take that 45 minutes of really like jamming it all in a good way. What can we handle within that 45-minute span?
Absolutely.
You, your partners, everybody else that's in the class, how can you push each other? You know what I mean? But what can you handle? Logging all your reps, right? Getting all that in, checking off, okay, what did I do last week? What did I do? What can I do this week? That kind of thing.
It definitely took me, speaking to the logging, it definitely took me a while to understand that, you know, just because one week had one number on it, the next week that you, or the next time you do that one exercise, maybe you're feeling off, maybe, you know, it doesn't have to match, it doesn't have to be beat. Sometimes that needs to happen too. Sometimes
awesome.
There's a rest day in your workout day. So
awesome. And talk, you know, kind of give everybody some info on like even just your food placement and how, you know, how that's developed and what you did before, and you feel more successful, like just now where you are. You know,
right.
That's important.
So right now I'm you know, it's kind of we had a discussion about 5 meals a day. It's kind of tough with the working now, so it's
that's okay. Yeah.
So right now it's kind of 3, but like there's snacking in between, you know, wherever I can get it. Before coming here, I eat a little bit, usually like a Rice Krispie treat with like, you know, protein shake or a little pre-workout. Driving to work, I have my protein shake for sure if I haven't had it beforehand. And then I work from 8 to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We go on lunch. That's when I usually prep my sandwich the night before, because it's important to get the carb, the protein in there, and then, it's usually there's a small snack involved there, maybe a yogurt, and then up until I get home, probably around 6:30. Then I start cooking. That's my final meal, and then after that, if I have to fill any holes or gaps in my macros, that's
Good.
when it happens.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
And again, suiting your daily food intake with your schedule and
Yes.
everything else. So like your schedule was different initially, right?
It's all about adaptation, because it's very easy to go, I can fit this into my schedule and do it, but the good stress comes from when the curveball gets thrown. So, and the curveball for me was starting again, and it's starting again at work and trying to incorporate the working out into it. So,
And you've been very successful.
it's worked out for me. I go into work feeling good. I go into work feeling stronger. We do a lot of lifting in my job. There's a lot of things that have to get moved, and I definitely noticed the difference in my ability of what I can do. So
That's a big deal. And your job is very active.
mm-hmm.
You're not just sitting at a desk. You're moving. You're, again, getting your steps in. So like I know initially with Andrew, we had kind of agreed upon, okay, maybe we'll program in some conditioning throughout the week and see what time is available, what we can handle.
Right.
And again, finding the time, so maybe we can shift things, but the fact that now you're so active and on your feet, you're making up for that by getting your steps in, getting
Right.
active movement in.
It was right before I went back. Maybe it was a month before I went back, but we had discussed about doing conditioning 3 times a week, which we still do now, because we moved it. Basically what happened was we moved it to the weekend, because by the time I get home after that 8 hours, I can't really do it. So.
And again, you're listening to your body.
Right.
You see what's the quality of what we're going to be getting in.
If I have a good day where like maybe I have the energy when I get home, like it's usually like Monday or Tuesday I do have the ability to do it, but like yesterday I got home and I was like, we're just gonna go for extra tomorrow. That's it. So
that's the good part though, is that you're always thinking ahead though. It's like, what can I handle?
right.
What can my central nervous system handle? I'm not feeling 100% right now. I gave it all in my workout this morning at 5 a.m. and we had a rough day at work. And then you plan accordingly for the next day and that weekend. And
Right.
we make up for it.
The planning ahead, actually, we were talking about it right before we went live, but that that meal prepping kind of idea, the counting everything, which is something that we've been doing since I started here. I find that the more I do it, the more structured I feel, and it actually gives me kind of like a sense of like happiness that like oh good, okay, this is what I'm doing tomorrow. I know what I'm eating tomorrow, and I'm good for that, and keep it going. It's strange, so, but I like it.
It's a flow.
Yes.
Right? It's kind of like your meditation, where it's like it's nice to be able to kind of walk fluidly, and it's getting your reps in. You're just getting your reps in, and
That's
that's
it.
good. It's Tai Chi, whatever that Zen. No, it's true. It's
No,
like,
absolutely.
That's making you feel better. You feel at ease. There is no stress to that.
Absolutely. That's then I think back to the curveballs. I think taking out curveballs and just the stress is good, but like when I prep my meal the night before or prep everything the night before, it really just feels like all I have to do tomorrow is wake up, do my workout, and go to work. I don't have to think about
Awesome. It's
Which-
awesome.
it's great.
And we love carbs. Carbs give us energy.
We do love carbs.
We love all the food we're eating, right?
Yes.
Remember you said, how am I going to eat all this food?
Yes. So for those, you mentioned it on the last week's when you gave me my shout out. Initially, I'd lost a bunch of weight doing keto, which for those who don't know, it's low carb, and I definitely enjoy doing it this way a lot more. I have a lot of energy.
Amazing.
You know, it's great. And when we first started with the nutrition, I was on a lower calorie count than I am now. Increase. But it was like the second day, I think, I came back in and I said it to you. I was like, how am I gonna eat all of this food? It really was crazy. It's when you have healthier things, you get to eat more volume. So.
And foods that you really like too, like finding a way. We'll talk about how you. So everybody in the house wanted.
Yes, right. This was everybody in the house last night wanted pizza. So I like I said before, I like my structure. I like counting. I like being able to measure everything. So the compromise that I found was I just went to the store, bought the dough, and made it myself. And I was able to still stay in my calorie count and know that I was in my calorie count because I ate at home. And they got pizza. So.
But you still had pizza, but you had it your way.
I had it my way.
And
you know.
You enjoyed it.
When you order pizza, you know, you're not sure what kind of cheese is on it. You're not sure how much sauce is on it. But you know, when you make it at home, low fat mozzarella and all that. So it's, you know, it definitely worked out. And it was. And there's, like I said, there's always a way. There's always a way to stick to what you're doing.
And we always want to think about the long game. So like we were talking about. So what are your goals? And your goals are constantly changing. All right, so what's going to get us to the next one? And what's going to get us to the next one? And things are shifting a little bit. So now you have, you know, longer days at work. And now that I know they're going to get a little bit longer for you, right? So we're going to be moving more. We're going to need to really get our rest. And again, prioritizing what's going to allow you to be most successful. And you've really gotten those down from the structure of your food planning, your eating schedule, your training schedule, even nights out when you want to go out with your friends and enjoy yourself, keeping that structure of your calories and your macros, and it allows you to feel successful and maintain that success because, I mean, my gosh, all your numbers show it. Your visual, like you walking through the door at 5 a.m., like, dude, he looks leaner. Like, that's what we want.
And
you're
hyper.
feeling sharp.
And hyper, yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
It's great. It's
I
like,
definitely,
you know,
it's in the past couple weeks that I've been doing the 5A, I've definitely gotten more energy as the time went on.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it really is. And now,
awesome.
You know, it's just I go to work and it's, you know, I used to drag and now it's not. It's go 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 go. I'm ready. But it's definitely different. It's a nice thing.
It's a good different.
It's a good different.
I mean, and what about at home? Your friends, your girlfriend, like everybody's like, dude, you look awesome.
I've gotten quite a number of you know, what happened. You know, you're looking much better. Just at work the other day, one guy was like, because they haven't seen me since the pandemic, and at that point I was lean, but I wasn't strong, so I didn't look. You know, I was thin. It's like, wow, you bulked up a little bit. Nice. I was like, all right, yeah, but sure.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, but everybody. I don't want to say everybody because some people don't notice it because it's a slower process. You know, it's but the people who don't see you for a bit, or you know, just the other day, a member actually came up to me. The last time I was in the 9 o'clock class, and she said, you know, I haven't seen you in a month. Like, what happened? You look great. So it really, and that was kind of what really sent me into the go. So
it's nice to hear it from other people because right, we're in our bodies 24/7. We might not notice things, and that's why when we collect all this different data, so whether it's a compliment from a friend, a family member, a member of our gym, you know, the data that we collect on the in-body, right? So we have all that data, sometimes even progress photos, but, you know, living in our body, unless we're not getting the visual, the auditory, like we're getting that feedback, it's harder sometimes to accept it because this is us.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So it's nice to get that, and we need that psychologically. We need that.
I think everybody has their own like cues that they take. You know, some people can look in the mirror and just be like, "Awesome, I'm losing weight. I feel great." I'm a very numbers oriented person, and I'm a very audio oriented person. So when I hear that and when I read the numbers, it really puts things into perspective for me. And just hearing you say it before, it definitely changes how it comes out.
And this is just the beginning. And what I find for us, it's just been so successful, and we continue to see that, is that focusing, right? We were talking about this before. I'll be back here. Focusing on playing the long game and allowing the members to be all in on that, playing the long game. You'll see members here who have lost the 30, the 40, the 50 pounds. They maintain it because now they understand. It started from a solid foundation, feeling really confident in the steps that you take, getting that community support all around, family, friends, the visual, the auditory, whatever works for you. That's what's going to continue to allow you to have success, and that's very, very important.
Absolutely,
right? Very
definitely.
important.
I think even for those who are listening that may not have a membership, maybe you're listening because your friend goes here or your family member goes here. You know, give them that auditory cue, because it helps us. You know, it really does. My driving force was when people started noticing. So that's what it is. That's how it goes.
And I love how you were speaking of giving the cues and getting that feedback, and even just being inspired. So tell us about how you were inspired by Coach Kevin.
Oh yes. I listen every week. I enjoy listening to you guys. It's there's some weeks where it's very serious, some are very comical. I love it. But it was this one particular week. You were talking about Coach Kevin, how Coach Kevin started a new job at a hospital. He was working late nights, early mornings, and that was my first click, because I knew that I was going to be starting back up, and I knew my days were going to be really long. But I heard Kevin's story, and immediately I listened to that one, and I was like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. That's what it is. No excuses was kind of my thing for a while. For those couple weeks that I listened to that podcast and was coming here. If it can be done, he can do it. It can be done. That's it, and I'm not going to stop. So that was initially what gave me that, and then I obviously continued listening. You guys spoke about his powerlifting meet, and I, like you said last week, a fire was lit. I really would like to do a powerlifting meet. I think the time frame is going to be a little difficult because of work, but I 100% at one point would like to do one. So.
And I was speaking to Coach Kevin because he had just come in to get his weigh-in, and we were checking in and where his progress is and everything, and I was just letting him know. 6 months to a year, we're going to set Andrew up for that meet. So I want to get him into this weight class, and we're going to just go for it. And he's like, he's all in, he's ready. And even Coach Kevin coming in, he's at a new low. So again, inspiring people. We inspire each other.
Definitely.
He's at a new lowest, which you are, at a new lowest body fat, a new lowest body weight.
Mm-hmm.
Fat mass down, muscle mass up. So we inspire each other, and he was so excited for you. I'm just so happy to hear that.
I'm very, and unfortunately I missed him. I didn't get to meet him and talk to him and pick his brain.
He'll be back, yeah.
Okay, but we spoke, when we spoke about the powerlifting, we were aiming for the 197, 198 weight class.
Yep.
And now the last time that we spoke, I'm now even closer to that. So and it's creeping closer, and I think hopefully that'll be a good maintain point, and we can just work on the strength aspect. So
we can go in with no expectations, just having fun.
Yeah.
Feeling healthy and feeling really strong. The powerlifting community is a very special community, very animated, very positive, people you have no idea who they are screaming for you. When you're driving through that rep and grinding through, people you have no idea. Men, women, kids, husbands, wives, whoever, in the back who's warming up. That's what's so wonderful about that community.
Yeah.
And just like we are here at Overdrive, we yell for each other. We're prepping each other for the next rep or the next lift or whatever. We want everybody to be successful, and it's important you feed off of that. So it's just something to keep in mind as you continue to progress and as you continue to be successful, because every week you're doing better and better and better, and things keep changing.
Yeah.
And they're moving in the right direction. So it gives you more to look forward to in the next months to come. So whether it is 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, there's no pressure. We'll find some meets, because now that things are starting to pop up again.
Right.
And you'll have more of a choice of what you want to do and where you want to be.
Right.
It's exciting.
I'm thrilled about it. I know it's a driving force. That's just having a goal and getting to that goal is important.
Absolutely.
So Kevin, you're a huge inspiration. It's awesome to hear your story. So.
And again, you don't know who you're inspiring just by being here and talking about your journey, and it's only been a few months.
I know. I hope somebody out there is looking at this and going, all right, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I hope, because
I'm sure.
Kevin was pivotal in my thing, in my decision to not wimp out.
Oh no! I don't think I've ever seen you wimp out.
No,
Maybe you haven't. No, I'm kidding.
Well, when you're setting up at the bar and you look behind, you're like, Gina, what should I add on? He's not wimping out. He does.
Yeah.
He gets his reps in.
It's there was one morning, I think it was bench pressing. Maybe it was. I think it was a bench press, and I went for a PR for, I think we did 12 that day, 10 or 12, and my final set I added more weight. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this, but I said, can I get a spot, Gina? And Gina stood behind me, and I went and I hit that final rep. And actually, this happened just the other day with Teddy too. And I went and hit that final rep, and both of them had the same reaction when I couldn't get the weight up on the final rep. And it was, I'm not touching the bar, get it up. And I gotta tell you, that bar came up. That bar came right up. So, which was awesome. So, and I think I respond more to that than I do the help. And I think both of you guys, if it wasn't coming up, I know you guys would have helped, but it was.
Of course. Oh gosh.
No.
But it sent that final rep, and I got it up, and it was great.
That
felt
a
good.
great motivator.
That is true.
Did you die?
But did you? That's the next T-shirt. But did you die?
But that's what you get to look forward to.
Yeah.
When you choose to take that step into the competition line, that's what everybody's going to be focusing on for you is go, get it, or whatever they want to say to you to get you motivated. It's just, and you have to get excited too, because even what you lift in here, your best lifts, and even when you're feeling like grinding through the rep and feeling really good about it and being successful, just imagine that's up tenfold when you're out there on the platform and competing. You're so amped, your central nervous system is on fire.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
ready.
And I'm sure, it's that adrenaline only helps in that moment. I'm sure. You know, I haven't done it yet, but
you're getting there.
I'm hoping to. You know, Rich, another one of the members here. One day, I'm coming for your deadlift. That's it, Rich. That's all I want. That's all I want known out here. I'm coming for it. Hopefully, you're listening.
Good motivation.
Yeah, it is,
you know?
and I think when I first started, Anthony and I had that little back and forth going, and you know, so it's I do well competitively. I think I do best when I'm competing against myself. So.
And that's the best competitor right there. Because what's going on here? Because once we can tackle this,
everything it's
follows.
I believe you guys talked about it. You know, it's all mental. It really is a lot of psychological aspect to it.
Oh my God! And just thinking back, I know it's only been a few months, but like when you started in May and where you are here, the end of September. So like, where was your mindset then?
Oh man!
And where's your mindset now? Like, where were you then, and where are you now? Just you can give everybody a little feedback in your journey.
Sure. Very different. Very different. When I started here in May, I met with Teddy, and the discussion that we had was, you know, it was gonna be more of a casual gym going. It was gonna, you know, I was talked to him initially about doing the 6-week kickstart.
Yep.
And then my intention was to go down to 4 times a week, initially. But I went through the kickstart. I did that was 6 days a week for 6 weeks. When I could get there on Saturdays, I did. And I think it was right when I got back from Nashville that I stepped on the in-body when I got back, and I was just not happy. And I think that's a very important moment. Knowing when you're unhappy with yourself is very important to motivate you. So my 6 weeks ended, and I re-upped with the 5 times weekly with the nutrition. And now it's, you know, it's definitely not a casual gym going. Like it's very dedicated. If I'm not here in the morning, my whole day will probably not go the way that I want it to. Like, it's just how it is. I don't know how to really put it into words, but it's just a part of me now. Like, that's just what it, yeah. You know, like the meal prepping, it's just part of my routine. That's it. So,
I love it.
Complete 180. Complete 180.
So it was a very pivotal moment, right? You had some fun on your vacation. Like, okay, now it's go time.
Yeah, and that's really what it came down to. Was I was a size medium when I lost all the weight initially. I fell into some bad eating habits again when kind of around this time last year, actually, and I went back to extra larges, which I was before losing all the weight, and that was just not. I wasn't a fan of it. So now this is a medium. I threw on the Raiders shirt the other day. That was a medium,
right.
First one since September of last year. I told Teddy that.
Awesome.
And I think really what it comes down to is I wasn't happy. So.
Do you feel that it was a key point for you to continue, so not just with the training, but adding in that really specialized, customized nutrition, what's going to work for you, and allowed you to progress, you know what I mean, after the 6 weeks and moving forward with the nutrition?
Right.
You know what I'm pairing the training and the nutrition?
I think what really did me in there was when I was in Nashville, because I was doing the nutrition prior to Nashville. When I was in Nashville, I'm, and I've always known this, I'm really bad with gauging what I should be eating, what I shouldn't be eating, what's, you know, so when I went on my low carb journey, it was easy for me to be like, all right, fine, great, I just eat all this, that's awesome. But coming off of it, it's not sustainable for me because I just want to have all the food, you know. So I think having you giving me structure, it adds a sort of accountability for me, and that's what kind of led me in that direction, because I know that's my weak spot. That's really what doesn't stick around for me.
But you were all in at that point. Having that structure and having that accountability, and knowing that, okay, I have to be here at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. I have to get my workout in. I need to prep my meals for the week, or even that night before. Have everything laid out for me. Again, those habits.
Yeah.
Having your hydration goal, getting your movement in. You know,
Yep.
listening to your cues, your body cues. Okay, am I full? Am I satisfied? Am I chewing my food? Am I, taking my time? Like,
Yeah.
those kind of things
And
are really important.
That was one of the first habits that we had on the app, and I definitely think that helped very, as everybody used to say, I ate very fast, and that's kind of the leading cause of not feeling full quick enough. So
Okay, look at the king over here. To my left. So you're not alone, Andrew.
Oh, perfect.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, there's no eating if I'm not eating fast.
As we discussed the fastest way to eat an entire pizza pie right before starting the
Yes,
podcast.
you should link that in the
tutorial.
description.
Yeah.
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 So, but yeah, that was that's kind of my bottom line was it's just difficult for me to understand food, but
You've gotten it down.
gotten it now. Now I know that chicken wings and mozzarella sticks aren't exactly the best diet for weight training, but
And feeling your best when we're training like this, right? Because we actually need those carbs. We need all that food for the energy.
oh,
right?
definitely. So I was lifting weights while going with the low carb, and I lost weight. It worked for that, but I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel, I never got hard muscles. It was, it was always kind of, I called it the skinny fat, was the,
Very doughy.
very doughy, yeah. It worked to get the numbers down, and I think it reset me for this journey. But I definitely, the carbs are a game changer. I feel so much stronger, so much more energetic, and,
Would you? We'll ask Andrew maybe 2 or 3 things that maybe points that you'd like to give to everybody. A couple, just give the listeners a couple key points for people to be successful.
So you work long days. You come here early in the morning. I would say that one of the things that I'm assuming that you do to be consistent and successful is having your day planned out the night before. So tell us about that. You have all your meals prepped, or even just the snacks for the first half of the day. You got to be here early, so I'm sure you already have a shaker ready with your pre-workout in the morning when you wake up.
It's and everybody in my house is gonna, if they hear this, they're gonna laugh at this whole statement because it really is. So the past 2 weeks I've been going to sleep roughly around like 9:30.
So jealous.
That's and that's not by choice. That's just like boom, I'm out.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It's a great
Your
thing.
body clock is pretty set.
It's very set in its motion now, which is definitely helpful. But before I go up and go to bed, so I'll finish my dinner. That I cook the day of, but it's like a whole 1 hour like routine. It's so I'll make my sandwich for lunch, and I'll weigh out all my meat, all of my, I weigh out everything.
It's okay.
So I'll do that. I'll put it in the refrigerator with the little cup of whatever's going to go on the sandwich too, like a dressing or whatever.
Nice.
And then I move on to the morning stuff. So like I have 2 shakers always ready. I have one tall one for my protein shake because I usually do 2 or 2.5 scoops depending on like I said, I prep everything the day before. So if I know what I'm going to eat and I need to make up some protein, it'll be a higher dose. Then I have that next to my little shaker, which is for my pre-workout that I have ready to go. And then the Britta's in the fridge. I come down in the morning, I pull out the Brita, I just pour what I need, dump everything in, and then right out the door, I walk out the door with my 2 water bottles, my 2 shakers, and my bag. It's a handful of stuff, but
Structure on structure on structure. It's
It
great.
keeps you consistent.
it keeps me very consistent.
And honestly, that's not overkill. Like,
No.
we've heard and seen a lot worse. So, that's not bad. I don't mean it in that sense. It's that can't take you much time either.
No, it doesn't. It's obviously it's a lot easier to do everything the night before. I mean, there was one night I just knocked out and I had to do it all the morning of, and I was like, but
It takes twice as long in
That's
the
It-
morning.
it
that's
does.
stress being
Yeah.
thrown in, right?
it's
Because
like
at night you're just tired. In the morning, there's a pressure to get out on time.
Yeah.
And you're so anxiety ridden. Like that's the worst way to start off a morning.
oh, it's terrible. So now that doesn't happen anymore. But it's like I said before, that structure, having that structure gives me like a directive. I get my things done. I know what I have to do, and then and then like I'll leave the gym. I'll go in there and I'll shower and get ready because I'm not making it home the time that I gotta. And then I'll get into my car, my pre-workout. I'm sitting out here in the morning, and I have the pre-workout in the cup holder. I'll finish that, and then before I walk in, when the doors open, I'll just swap the cup out with the protein shake. So I just hop in the car and boop, start on that. So it's kind of weird because, I'm very detail-oriented, I guess. I don't know, maybe there's
It's
something
allowed you to be
underlying.
successful though.
It has, but it has. Whatever it is, it's working. So
Well, I've never met anyone that was successful at anything that wasn't detail oriented or structured. Like you won't hear of a millionaire or billionaire that just like freelances the entire day, his entire life from like birth, right?
Yeah.
So he like at some point those habits were instilled.
Steve Jobs once put it. He always wore the same shirt
Yeah.
every day so that he didn't have to waste brain power on making a decision on what to wear. So that wasn't my intention to do. It was just it was an easier routine, and now it's just become a thing.
Yeah.
So, but it's the joke in my household. Like it's done before 9 o'clock at night. Like everything's just ready to go.
But that's great. And again, no stress. You're
Nothing.
prepared for the next day, and that allows you to be successful moving forward. I mean, you can't. There's no other way to explain it.
That's it. It's finding something that works for you.
Structure, consistency, accountability, all those things. You got it. You got it, Andrew.
I'm very gung ho on making sure I get to my goal.
I love it. I love it. And then we get to look forward to Andrew stepping on the platform at some point.
Yeah.
Leaner, meaner, stronger.
I'm ready. I'm
Yeah. We've had an increase in calories, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be having another increase in calories pretty soon.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, yeah.
And let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
The increasing calories. Like,
Yeah.
So it's one stat you didn't go over, but you did in a sense, right? So the fact that you lost 23 pounds of fat mass, but 20
Almost
pounds
24,
overall.
actually.
Yeah, but 20 pounds overall. So that means that you gained lean mass, right?
And
And when you gain lean mass, which you brought up, right? When lean mass goes up, metabolism goes up.
Yes, and
So
your metabolic rate increases.
that's
naturally.
why you're able to have more calories, because like you are just way more productive energetically, and and that's another
Even
thing.
at rest.
That's what we always try to promote here, especially when I get people to sign up. I always tell them, like, listen, you can starve yourself and lose weight and not even pay me to do anything to destroy your body, right? Or you can come here and do things right, and later down the road you'll be eating more than you've ever have at a much lighter weight and much lower fat mass than you've ever been in your life. And people are like, all right, I want that. Because like, we're not here to tell you like, oh, bananas make you fat, right? You can't have carbs, right? We're like, what do you like?
You can't eat past 6 p.m.
Yeah, can't eat past 6.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, because the law of thermodynamics ends at a certain time, right?
You can only eat
Kind of like the
within
COVID
this window.
lockdown laws, like stacked. Whatever. They'd be like, oh, you can't be on campus past 9 p.m. And I was like, because COVID stopped infecting people past 9 fucking p.m. You know, like calories don't stop burning, or like past 6 p.m.
I mean, I just to speak to that, it's not like, you know, it's not like I'm out here just eating chicken and broccoli every night.
That's
you know what I
another,
mean?
yeah, that's
Oh,
another
no.
thing.
It's-
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we spoke about, I think,
Yeah.
when we first met, is like, no, you're not going to be eating chicken and broccoli every single day, and that's all you're going to eat, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to eat different types
Yeah.
of foods. We want variety. We want things that you love.
Absolutely. The sheet you handed me, you know, it was. There was a point in time I was doing. Kodiak makes great stuff. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
are into it or not,
Yeah.
but I was having pancakes every morning.
Uh-huh.
You know, and
I did
it
that
fit.
for a while too. Yeah.
It fit.
Absolutely.
So
You should be enjoying your food.
absolutely, and it's just you know, I didn't lose that amount of weight just eating chicken and broccoli, which I did initially, and I hated it. So
It's not sustainable.
It's not. It's not. It's good if you're going for a goal weight quickly. Other than that, you're out. That's really what it comes down to.
You have no life if you do it that way too.
Yeah,
And
I had a
know-
very difficult time going out and enjoying my life.
Yeah.
I did. You know, I made it work, but it's.
It's
People look at
stressful.
you funny when you're like, all right, I'll take the steak, but no potato, please.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I mean, and I know you say you're very data driven and you're very numbers oriented. I mean, all these numbers must be making you very happy right now.
They definitely are.
And I can message all of this to you because I know my handwriting isn't the best.
I would
sometimes.
appreciate that. One number that stuck with me when we first started was my BMR. My BMR was 1950, I think it started as. I don't know what it is now, but it's very exciting to me that that's gone up, because I always thought that I had a very slow metabolism.
So yeah, your BMR got as just what you see. We were as low as 1851,
1851.
and now you're up to 1955, 1957.
So it's almost 100 calories or a little over 100 calories increase.
And that will continue to rise.
Right.
The more we add on your lean mass, skeletal muscle mass increases, body fat decreases, fat mass decreases. The more muscle mass we have, the more lean body mass we have, the more metabolically active we are at rest, doing nothing, sleeping,
Burning more.
Yeah.
driving in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. Before your day even starts, you're already burning 100 more calories. You're at a
At
pace
rest,
of 100
yeah.
more calories, you know, before your feet even hit the fucking ground. Like, sweet.
I mean, you can't
Just
beat that.
looking-
That's
Yeah. That's your Rice Krispie treat right there.
that's my Rice Krispie treat. That's it.
Which, let me say too, it's funny how people will be like, "Oh, that's junk food. That's horrible for you." It's
God,
like
yeah.
it's literally all carbs. Like, it's just it's such a basic snack. It's so delicious, and it just covers so many bases in one little treat a day. Like, come on, like, people, let's be real. And I love when people like say shit to me about that. They're like, "You can't have Rice Krispie treats. That's what make you fat." And I'm like, "Oh, so that's what made you fat?" Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, like, what got you to this physical state where you're shaming me for eating Rice Krispie treats, but clearly there isn't a drive-thru that you haven't visited. So, you know?
And it's about being
like that one.
strategic, right? It's about being strategic with our day, which Andrew is. he's developed a strategy for himself that's continually successful because we see it every week when he checks in, right? And it's about the quality of the food. So if we were eating Rice Krispie treats all day long every day, that would be a different story. Just like the same if we were eating, bacon cheeseburgers all day every day, and the body actually responds to a variety of foods much
keto,
better.
That is, yeah.
Right.
Take out the bun, it's keto.
Right.
Don't be a dick.
But
What hit me hard one day was we were at the Overdrive get together, the gathering.
It was a good night.
It was a great night, and we were talking about Rice Krispie treats, and I turned around and was like, "We can't have Rice Krispie treats. We can have Rice Krispie treats." Teddy was like, "Yeah, we eat Rice Krispie treats," and I was like, "I've been having like 3 oranges a day to meet my carb thing." He goes, "What are you, fighting off scurvy?" All right, I guess I'm switching to Rice Krispie treats then.
we can just kind of sprinkle these things in wherever we need to.
Yeah, and that's I did, and I still do have a very difficult time hitting my carb goal because I was so used to not hitting a carb goal. So it's finding those things that can be thrown in that get you to your point, and they're all delicious. Carbs are great.
They're so amazing.
It's happy food. It releases a lot of really good hormones. It allows you to power through all your reps. It allows you to recover.
Yeah.
It helps build muscle directly and indirectly by different processes in the body. If you want to go there for a second, it does. So, I mean, I'm all down for more muscle. We're all down to be leaner and stronger and fitter. We're all down to recover faster and have a stronger immune system.
Especially after those good mornings this week.
Oh my God. What else can we gonna throw at you guys?
Whatever it is,
Great.
I'm excited for it.
I love
Yolk
it.
walks.
We got.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We let them brainstorm. That's it. That's it.
Nice
We got to
knowing
take
you.
advantage of the nice weather that we still have.
Yeah,
But,
definitely. I enjoy it here. I really
Yes.
do. So.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think Andrew did a great job.
Yeah.
You got to give
Well.
hats off to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a very short amount of time. He's been very successful, and I want to send you all these numbers too because
Thank you.
this is only the beginning, and I look forward to seeing you on the platform.
I look forward to being out there. I really do. We're gonna have overdrive headbands made.
Oh,
we're gonna
man.
have wrist straps.
You don't
It'll be
know.
great.
If your weight keeps
You don't
going
know.
the way you are, you'll probably be able to wear my singlet. My overdrive singlet.
Perfect.
There you go.
And you might have a few buddies out there with you. Rich and CJ are definitely. They're like, "Yo, Andrew wants to do one." Oh, you know how
Nice.
CJ talks.
Yeah,
and Rich
yeah.
is like, "I'm down." It's like, you already know.
The
You
two
know,
of them,
yeah.
the two of them complement each other so well because they are just polar opposites.
It's a form of entertainment, Gina. That's what Rich says to me all the time. CJ's always busting his chops. So you'll have at least those two, I think. Michelle, you know Michelle,
I
Larry's
do,
wife.
yeah.
She's actually
Another
thinking about it
515er.
too. That'd be a female in the mix. So
I think
we could put a team together.
I would. I would be very excited to do that. I think. I think I was here with Rich and CJ the one day that I mentioned it to you, and you told them. That would be a great time. I think.
It would
That'd be
it'd be
really
a
cool.
lot of fun. A lot.
Yeah.
Have a whole crew of Overdrive out in the audience screaming for you.
That would be great.
It'd be great, yeah. So we're gonna put that out there. One of the goals that we'll set forth in the coming months.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm thrilled about it. I'm even just the past couple weeks have been the 10 to 12, so it's not as heavy. But even just like lifting what I have now, I came in here, I couldn't even do a plate on a bench press. I think my highest now is 190, 185, something like that.
But I'm sure you're repping that plate out now for more than 8 to 12 consistently.
Yeah, I
and
think
maybe more than that.
the 10 to 12 the other day with the wide grip, I'm pretty sure I was doing I think when Teddy was spotting me and pushed me through that last rep, I think it was 160. So
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Definitely adding up.
definitely, it's definitely more than it was. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's see if we can get that even higher.
Okay, I'm ready. We're ready.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So as a weekly reminder, for the best supplements in the game, check out Prestige Labs. Go to overdrivefitnessny.com and click on Prestige Labs for our affiliate discount. So it's about 40% off for everybody, right? That uses that link. You've been on Burn AM.
I have.
That's really helped you out with this journey too.
Definitely has.
It only accelerated it because of everything else you were consistent with. So I'm just putting that out there. People that are still eating shit and not working out, don't even think about getting the Burn AM. It's not going to do shit for you. I mean, it'll help us. You'll make us sales, but that's about it. It's definitely not going to help you.
So it's part of your accountability. It's the consistency and the structure within the goal. Like you just need, and Andrew already has that down. So
Yeah, I definitely think it accelerated as far as my fat loss.
with no stimulants. So, you know, Burn AM is one of the best fat. I think it's the best fat burner out there because it actually does what it's supposed to do. It's not just masked by 400 milligrams of caffeine.
no.
You know, so there's no crash, there's no jitters. Also, remember, my favorite, and I think the best protein in the game, Muscle Egg. So you can always go to muscleegg.com/overdrive, get 10% off your order. I am super pumped because my monthly delivery is coming in today, and pumpkin spice is back in the mix. So can't wait to crack that open like a basic bitch.
There you go.
I might have to.
Those of you that want to get on
I like
board,
It is really good.
I'm a big pumpkin spice basic basic bitch. So
Yeah.
So those,
Proud.
and last but
Proud.
not least, you know, we did talk about how Andrew got started here with a 6-week kickstart. If you want to also partake in that, whether it be in person or remote, just go to 6weekkickstart.com, the number 6. I'm sorry, 6weekkickstart.overdrivefitnessny.com. We'll put a link to that in the description for this episode. All right, that's it,
That's it.
boys. Anything
Andrew said
else?
it all.
progress photos to come.
Nice.
Again, yeah. So keep up. You know, follow us along on social media to keep checking up on the Dean of Beans progress.
Mhm.
All right.
I love that one, Teddy. That's a good one.
It's gonna stick.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. With that being said, that's it for this week's episode of Overdrive AF, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.